So yeah, we're I found some weird news stories, and we're just gonna talk about them. That's about that's about the extent of the segment.
What's the
So a
name of the
bus
segment?
weird news, I guess.
We'll workshop it.
It,
Okay, continue.
yeah, we'll workshop it. Well, I like to test out the segments to
Yeah,
see if they
sure.
vibe well, and then
Uh-huh.
we can name it if it sticks. Let's say.
Yeah, George,
Um,
just fair warning. We are coming into this segment with a bit of an attitude already. So
yeah. There's a
just
grudge
temper.
against me.
This may not be
I
the.
realized this. I realized this halfway through, like ostracizing myself in the last segment that I was hosting the next one, which like does not play well. But whatever. Um, so a bus driver.
This is a dumb article, George.
You're right. Next article.
No.
So the Boston Transit Agency.
No, go back.
Okay. So a bus driver in Boston. Oh no, sorry, it's in Connecticut. The driver is from Boston. I'm already fucking up, but that's fine. So a commercial bus driver has been charged with 38 counts of reckless endangerment after blacking out behind the steering wheel while snacking on gummies. He says he didn't know were infused with THC. Um, the driver's name is Jin Huan Chen. It says he used somewhere in here. It says he used a Chinese interpreter. So, he is English isn't his first language, so it's possible he couldn't read the labeling and stuff. But I just
call bullshit.
I call bullshit, right?
Yeah,
Total bullshit.
Like you. First of all, you know something's fucked up with your food way before it makes you pass the fuck out.
Yeah,
Is it kind of too late for edibles though when that happens?
It depends. Like when you're eating it, like you can taste the cannabis in it. Like if it's strong, you can taste the cannabis in it. Not speaking from personal experience, of course, but you can totally taste it. So I just don't get. Also, I don't know how he'd get his like the spokesperson. The manager for the bus company.
It would cost him THC gummy prices. There's no way he there's no way he acquired however much THC gummies it takes to fucking knock a guy out and went, this seems like a reasonable price for this number of gummies.
Yeah, and the manager of the bus company says he doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke, but he has a sweet tooth and likes candy. This would never have happened a couple years ago, but now there's marijuana everywhere here. Like, I don't live in Bridgeport, Connecticut, but I do live in a legal state, and like you still have to go to like licensed dispensaries and like with your ID. It's not just like you don't just walk into like a.
You don't just find like gummies on the just laying around on the street.
Yeah, like it's not like you're gonna walk into a Costco and accidentally buy THC gummies next to the gummy worms or something.
There's 5 weed shops in my not very big town, and I definitely would not I don't think it would be possible for me to acquire a THC gummy without me knowing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Admittedly, I speak English, but and that would definitely have an effect. But
I feel like the only way this happened is if someone sabotaged him or something, gave him the Smokies edibles and just told him it was fruit snacks or whatever.
Well, I think it could have been more like either I could see a couple of things happening. One, he had somebody else he's living with had them and he took them not knowing what they were. Two, somebody else gave him them and didn't do a very good job explaining what they were and what their purpose was, and maybe he didn't understand how potent they were. Like I said, if he knew what they were, I don't think he would have taken as many as he did while working, because I feel like if you if he had them at any point prior, he would have known to stop before he blacked out.
Yeah,
Like I don't think he was taking them regularly during work shifts and just happened to black out this time.
Yeah, I mean,
This must have been this must have been the first time, I'd imagine.
Yeah, that's probably true, especially if he like got
That's a severe reaction, yeah.
Yeah, if he got knocked the fuck out, it would stand to reason that he does not have a high tolerance.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So I guess I could see that. I mean, maybe we'll see what the courts say. I suppose. But I don't know even if like he didn't know like if that even makes him escape liability. Like even if he could prove he didn't know. Like even if that saves him. Like knowledge.
Yeah, I don't think it would. I'm not sure. I don't know how the court system works, but like
especially in Bridgeport.
If this was like if he killed someone not realizing what he was doing would kill someone, would still get him a manslaughter charge.
Yeah, and I think in this case reckless endangerment is pretty accurate. Like
Yeah.
It could have been a lot worse. I'm assuming the 38 is for however many people were on the bus, but
yeah, it's 38 passengers.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's unlucky.
I would be much more likely to believe that that I think the most likely explanation is that he acquired new gummies, maybe from a new source or whatever, that were much stronger than he was used to taking.
Maybe I think he probably
did normally eat THC gummies, because I just can't imagine someone genuinely like
not knowing.
Like
the taste would throw you off instantly, unless it's very, very good edibles where they hide the taste very, very well. Mm-hmm. Like unless this guy was essentially drugged against his will, he knew. Yeah, I think it's sabotage.
Like unless it's sabotage.
It was a rival bus driver.
He was knowingly ingesting the infused fruit chews, but either this like batch was way stronger than normal, or he got a new kind of chew that was way stronger than normal than what he was used to. I think he took he probably ate the regular amount of what he knew were THC gummies and ingested a far from normal amount of THC in doing so.
And they say in the article blacking out. I don't know if that's a typo and they just meant passing out, but okay, full disclosure, I've been a daily cannabis user for a while now, and I
do not know what the difference between blacking. I do not know what the difference
loss of memory.
You don't remember, yeah.
Passing out is.
It's like you have a complete loss of memory. So you have a chunk of the night. It's like when you get very, very drunk and you have a chunk of the night that's just gone. Like I've never even had that happen. I assume it's just a typo, and he passed out behind the steering wheel. He didn't black. I assume he didn't black out.
Free update available. Oh.
Yeah. Get out of
here. Yeah, I imagine it was passing out, because if he blacked out, unless he did something insane while blacked out, like
drive a bus full of 38 people.
No.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Unless he was driving erratically while he was blacked out, or like started saying some crazy shit to people or whatever.
And then he came to later and he was like, I don't remember any of that, But I don't know.
But I imagine it was passed out, because then people basically find out immediately, and he's like, oh.
Yeah. Extra an open package of Smokies edibles. That's great. Okay, moving on.